just launched the bastard.
Yeah, I felt
And
like
give it a go.
Give it a crack.
I thought that
was
was
like,
someone's
no.
dad, and they were going to go, I don't know about this. But he's like,
Goosebumps,
just
mate.
launch the bastard. And
Yeah,
you're like,
just launch
that's the sort of dad you want as well. I was
Yes.
thinking, but that was just a random.
Just a random
that
guy.
you found there.
No, from Bramwell Station. He came along on a quad bike with Jamie, one of the other
Incredible.
boys.
Incredible.
Yeah, mate, just a dead
And his
set
energy,
legend.
like
Oh,
his
yeah,
zest
just-
for life was like, that is what our film should encapsulate.
Launch the
And that-
bastard.
Because when I've gone off Gunshot,
Welcome back to another episode of TFI Uncut. I am here with Karstan and Max. Oh my God, guys, last night was large. It was
unreal.
pretty crazy, eh?
it was so good to see it on the big screen and hear the bass. And it was just, yeah, it
The
was good.
response, like just seeing how people felt it, and it was just like, it's the best feeling ever.
It was.
Yeah, we were all up the front row. I was in the front row. We were like right on the front row. Like, I thought it was weird when we first sat down, and by the time your film come on, I was just like a part of the TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the full experience, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Talk to us about getting the call up and then how we ended up where we did.
Well, it was funny because our life was already very, very chaotic. And then we got an inbox from Sarah from the TFI just asking if we'd like to be a part of it. And straight away we just went, I just don't know if we can do it.
Mate, we were so close to saying no, just because of like, we had life planned, like dialed in, the truck, the boat, everything. We're about to head.
block.
We had, the block.
Yeah.
I seen your most recent video. I was like, oh, this is the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we thought, all right, this is the direction we're going, and then we get the phone call, and we're like, oh.
But then we started kind of like peeling back all the layers, and we had a chat with Sarah, and we asked lots of questions, and it was only minutes into the conversation, and we were like, we know what we've got to do. It's got to be the Combi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was just looking at Max going, Max, you know that if we say yes, what we have to do here.
Yeah.
Like you actually understand, I've got to rebuild this Combi again, get it Cape York ready, and then do one of the most stupidest things we've ever done in it.
Yeah.
Ever.
You said you're going all in, and you guys went all in.
Mate,
you can
all
see that clear as day on the film, guys. So if you haven't watched the film, get to thefilminvitational.com right now and watch the film, and then get your ass back here for this discussion.
Yeah, it was a plan, and we stuck to it, and we had a great little team with us, and when we sort of told them what we're doing, they're like, mate, we're all in as well. Everyone was just like.
Actually, Stewie, who was the cinematographer, we met him 5 years ago.
Yes.
And he always said to us, because we met him in the Combi, Zuri was a baby, and he said, one day, guys, like, what you do is epic. One day, we're going to do something together. And we stayed in contact, but we were like, how good would it be if we actually did something with him? Because he's so ridiculously talented. And when you send someone a message on Instagram and you see the dots, like, pop up?
Yeah.
So I sent it, and straight away the dots popped up. And I'm like, Karstan, Stu's responding. Imagine if he's going to actually do this film with us. And he responded straight away and was like, guys, I'm in.
Had he
Let's
heard
go.
about the TFI before?
No, but then he went straight in and started watching all the films and stuff. And then
he's
when
like,
we told him, look, this is what we want to do, he's just like, yeah.
Had you heard of TFI before?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of it, when it was just the fishing side of things. Actually, I was actually excited to get a boat. I'm like, maybe they'll call me to do a fishing one.
Maybe.
Maybe no, I don't want to.
Just because you've caught one
I'm
meter
done.
barra.
I've caught one meter barra in my life, and everything else has been like whiting, so I wouldn't be very good at it.
That's all right. It's all about the storyline.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. But yeah, with this opportunity, I guess from our point of view, we saw this as a really good opportunity for us to share our story, but also inspire others. So we had so many touch points that we wanted to hit, and 20 minutes isn't long.
No, it's
so we actually found it quite challenging, didn't we?
20 minutes
To
is
condense
challenging.
it, yeah.
To condense it down, but I think that's what makes it the challenge. If that was an hour, like an hour-long film, you can put so much in, and you've got the ability to create storyline and stuff like that. But when you've got 20, it's just got to be boom, boom,
It's just
boom,
got to
boom,
be the
boom.
best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think a 25-minute film would be better for everyone?
Well, Stewie...
Probably not at the screenings. Everyone would be pretty trashed by the end
I
of
think,
it.
well,
But
20 25 would allow you to put that little bit more in, but you know what?
bit more
20
depth.
is what makes it difficult.
Yeah.
Why make it easier?
Yeah,
True.
okay, I love that.
That's
All
true.
all
If
the
it's
other
easy-
guys who's been whinging about it aren't going to like me saying that.
No, mate.
Yeah.
Well, you know, easy is boring.
Yeah.
You want
But it's just so
got to
short
be
and sharp.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It
Yeah.
means that you've got to nail what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to have it
And you got-
dialed in. You can't just fluff around and talk about stuff like it's
Nah.
YouTube. You haven't got the time to do it.
No, I feel like you guys ticked all the boxes too. Like you had your rebuild in there. There was this and that, the storyline. Like it just you got it all in there somehow perfectly, and it didn't feel like it was rushed. It was.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
What
was-
about Zuri's voiceovers?
Oh,
my god.
god.
Yeah,
Like,
she nailed that.
what
man.
the hell?
First, she just said it.
Yeah,
First hit.
Sarah gave us the sneak peek of the trailer, and I was just like,
like goosebumps.
yeah. When she pops up, like it looks like she's in the forest or whatever. You're just like, what is
Yeah.
this? Yeah, it's like movie specs stuff, eh?
Yeah, well, I think that little section there, that was inspired by a film. What is it on Netflix?
You're asking me and I
You know,
don't know the name of it.
it's a film.
We've had a big night.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're,
Yeah,
we're a
there's a
little
film.
bit dusty.
It's like a documentary / film on Netflix, and the whole thing's narrated by a kid.
Yeah.
And it's in the kid's sort of way of looking at the trip that he went on to go catch this fish with his dad or whatever it was. But
Yeah.
and I think that's kind of it's the film. We didn't want it to be all about us or all about going and doing Cape York. It was like as a family unit, like the different ways of, you know, how everyone's point of view of it.
Yep.
Even when the Kombi breaks down, you see in the film, the kids are still happy.
Yeah, the
They're
kids.
still like
They don't care.
So good to see. They don't
They're
care at
oblivious
all.
to the
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
The problems that we think were problems at the time,
well,
they're just having fun, and we wanted to show that that's traveling with family, like that. Yeah.
Just seeing them playing in the mud and that, it's like
Right.
that's what it used to be like being a kid. Like some
Yeah.
people aren't living that life anymore. Lots of people aren't living that life. Yeah, and it's great to see.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong, like it's super challenging. We had to, we had to do this film with 2 small children, a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old. But I think that is what excited us so much because we know one day our kids are going to look back on this and they know that we were part of this amazing adventure and they can watch the film. But also to inspire other people out there. You know, we're doing it in a 2-wheel drive Combi and we've got 2 kids and we're doing stuff that like people aren't even doing in 4-wheel drives. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
You need to go watch the film if you haven't.
Yes,
And, yeah.
please watch it. Honestly, but it's been a long time in the making for us. Like we did our first trip in 2009 in a Combi.
Yeah,
like,
I was just talking to Michaela before. She was tuning into all your early day stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
and it's kind of like, you know when every time you do something you level up, you like up the ante, right?
It's a story about life.
It's scary the first time and the next time you do it, you're like, yeah, we've got this. Like we can do it. And I think we've just had years and years of upping the ante that now we just do ridiculous.
I'm scared for what's next for you guys.
Mate, I've already put it out there. I've already told everyone what I'm doing.
What's happening
I'm going to
next?
drive the Combi across the world. I'm going to drive it from England to Australia. We're doing it.
Like a
There's no,
a top end series.
do it properly, proper
Yeah.
production,
Yeah.
not YouTube
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, like the Combi, I think it just, what I love about it is that
This is a trailer.
yeah.
This is a little taste.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But
I'll be
the-
tuning in. Yeah.
You know, it's the, I think what the Combi symbolises to a lot of people is that it looks like it's, you know, it doesn't look like it's worth much. It looks like it's very achievable for anyone just to
It does,
jump in
yeah,
that
it
car and do it. And I think that's what, if we can drive it from England back to Australia, like, anyone can do anything.
And that's one shot for you. That is
Yeah,
the film.
I'm already just so excited about the next chapter.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
I'm already
And
thinking
you've set the standard, so everything moving forward is just going to be top notch.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
exciting. And Stewie, he's excited to be part of this with us as well. Going to go over there and do the drive as well.
Wouldn't 100k be nice to kickstart?
Oh,
kickstart
Honestly,
that?
that's
Yeah.
what I reckon that'll go straight into it, straight up.
we've
Like,
already spoken about that.
yeah. So yeah, if we win it, that's where it's going. It's going straight into the next project
To the dream.
to drive across the bloody world in the Combi.
Wow.
Imagine that through the stands and like Mongolia. It's going to be so
Wild.
Can we touch on your like experience in the block? Because I have no idea about it or whatever. And just so you've already had like a chance of winning a good chunk of cash before.
Yeah.
And maybe I'd like to know if this sort of is similar to that, or has it made you mentally prep differently? Maybe you've got
Oh.
an advantage to the other guys.
Well, when we were on the block the year before us, people were paying off their mortgages. They were making, upwards of 500,000, even more, from being on the block. So we gave it our absolute all. I was 25 at the time, Karstan was 27.
Yeah. How old are you guys now?
36.
Yep.
38, yeah.
Yep.
And we had a dream to travel full time and do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And when we won $40,000, which we were,
Game changer.
well, it actually, well, for us, we were thankful.
Yeah.
But we were
At the
like,
time, I was not happy.
we were hoping we could throw in our jobs and travel full time. Like that was us, because we were like, that's the dream. So I think it's been a long journey, and we worked very, very hard to set ourselves up without the money. And
I think not winning money on that made us work harder.
and that's why we're in the Combi.
It made
Set the
us,
foundations
it
up.
made
better,
us
yeah.
sort of go, well, righto, well, we didn't just win it all, but now you've got to hustle hard. You've got
Yeah.
to go hard.
Yeah.
And from
Yeah, you
there
got to
we've done-
generate it yourself.
So this, to your question, this 100,000, honestly, like it would be a game changer for us, because it means we can inject money into the dream to travel overseas, but it's not about the money. For us, it's about the journey, the adventures, and getting this opportunity has pushed us to do things that like we never thought were possible.
Yeah.
And I think it's like given us a huge leverage and shown us what we're capable of.
I think so too. Yeah,
Our
100%.
entire, like,
After
where
watching
we
that
thought we were
film,
going,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you guys are top of the pickings for whatever's next,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like, you got to go with your gut, and you got to trust yourself and know that nothing comes easy, and you got to work bloody hard.
I find that it's like the things
Yeah.
like this, how I've just told you that we're about to drive across the world. You've got to tell everyone
Yeah,
what
you
you're
do.
gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, and that's when this
It
whole,
might take you a couple of years, but
Mate.
all of a sudden it's like,
when
it's time.
if you tell everyone, then you can't be a shit talker.
Yeah.
You've got to actually do it.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say
I've stopped saying so much these days because normally I'm like, oh, now I've got to do this
Yeah,
again.
you gotta do it. Well, funny enough, that's where the whole thing about driving the Kombi down Gunshot happened.
Yeah.
Whenever we did like a little bit of a drop, and I remember on quite a few of our YouTubes, I'd say, I'll drive it down Gunshot one day.
And we were laughing.
And we'll laugh about it. And you know,
It was the
and I was
setup.
legit.
Yeah, it was
I
the
like,
setup, yeah.
I
That's
knew
why you
that-
knew.
I knew what we had to do, but it's like, you know, when were we going to have the chance to get the Kombi up there and do all that? And you know,
This was the excuse.
this was the excuse.
reason.
This was
Totally.
the reason. So this was the kick up the arse to actually go and do what we said we were going to do like years ago.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the whole TFI experience and like the format of it, and I guess giving you the extra motivation to commit to something like this? And for people, I guess, coming into TFI in the future.
Yeah, well, I think I don't even know how to start that.
I think like from our point of view, it gives you an opportunity to like push the limits, do something different. You're meeting like other creators, so it's like a platform to network and be inspired by each other. Like that's what I really loved about the 10 teams, is everyone was quite different and they all had their own story and their own journey, so we can learn from each other. So I would see it as like a really cool platform to just like, level up and do something a bit different.
My tip would
Yeah.
be, it's all about storytelling. I don't think it should ever be about the cars. It shouldn't be about the track. It shouldn't be anything. It's about making people feel something. You're not wanting, you're not taking, you give. Just give as much as you can to whoever's watching it, and hopefully then they can take away something special. I think that's the
Good advice.
that's the trick.
really
Don't get caught up in the big tires and big engines and mud pits and stuff. Like it's not YouTube.
No,
it's
well,
a film competition.
Show who you are. It's your chance to show who you are and
Yeah.
be able to fall in love with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you put out there. So let's talk about the gold class. We all got to the gold class as like most people are semi-strangers.
Yes.
I feel like before we even rolled into the cinemas, everyone knew each other. It's like we're all there together.
Yeah.
It's instantly. It's the craziest thing. And then we're in the cinemas.
Yeah. It didn't feel like a competition, and I
No,
loved that.
Not at all. It's just, it's like a whole heap of mates catching up again, but no one had ever met.
Yeah, that's
Like
that's like-minded people for you. I
Yeah.
think when you're like-minded and you're in it with, you're doing the same stuff, and like, it should be a supportive environment, and you should want to see people do well. And like, everyone was cheering and clapping, and it's not like, theirs is better than mine, or I liked that and I didn't like that. It was great.
It was a bit of a party. It was like we all got in there, everyone just ripped in.
I think everyone had been waiting for that moment to like see their films go live.
Definitely ripped in.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it today.
Yeah, everyone's feeling it a bit. Okay, so we're watching the cinema. We were all in the front row. Arnie back there was in the front row too. Talk to us about just that feeling of sitting there with your fam?
Well, this has been 3 months, or before we could start filming, it was like you're already thinking about it beforehand. So it's been everything. It's consumed us for so long, and then what's not, first you've got to try and get up there to build the film, and then you've got to edit it all, and then you've got to sit down and then wait for this moment. Like it's like everything. You finally you could just take a breath and just go. Finally, it's bloody up, and I don't need to talk about it anymore. People can go watch the bloody thing. I don't have to be like,
just watch it. Just watch it.
Just watch it. Yeah.
Oh, here's the trailer. Like I just don't bloody watch it.
But the kids sat through our whole film.
That was exciting too.
It was amazing, and they were just looking up at themselves. We're in the front row, and they're just looking up at themselves, and we were holding each other's hands, and we're getting all teary and doing all those things. And it was such a moment. Yeah, and when you kind of set high expectations on how you're going to feel, like I felt way more than I could have ever envisaged. I was just so proud.
I think the reaction of everyone else in there is probably what enhanced that. Because there was there was cheers from the start. It was a very vocal experience.
And I think that's, again, the Combi, mate.
Yeah.
It's just like people...
But it was your story and your character and everything else, and the kids. It was the whole package.
Yeah.
It sort of all came together. It was good. It was so good to see it on a big screen, because
and hear it.
I'm not just listening to it on a laptop.
Yes.
And that's.
The sound was perfect. Everything was perfect. Yeah.
Well, like we're going to show you some videos and photos of where we were editing on the teletrack.
Yeah.
We were editing in the Combi, because our videographers, cinematographers, Stewie's car. The whole wheel came off the car. This is all, like, we couldn't show any of this. So his car completely, like, shit the bed. It was no good. The whole wheel came off.
Where's the behind the scenes YouTube video?
No, we've got all this coming up. It's all there. Like, there's all this.
Not to mention, we nearly didn't make Gunshot because without Stewie, like, we were stuck there. We had no idea whether we were actually going to be able to continue on and finish it. So there was a point there where we're going, we've literally invested everything into this. We've gone all in, and we may not even be able to finish the film. 15 Ks from Gunshot or something, and then his whole hub where the kingpin bearings go in snapped clean in half, and then the wheel came off, and there's no way to drag it out because the other wheels just moved flopping around because you couldn't steer it. So I had to take the whole assembly apart, put it in the fire, heat it till it was glowing red, and then weld it on the track. I was welding it because you can't travel in a Combi without a welder.
No.
So I'm welding it on the track. I weld the hub back together because it's cast, right? So you got to heat it up, weld it, and then let it cool for like 2 hours. Bolted the whole thing back together. Our dad came on the trip. He sat there for 2 hours with a little hammer and reshaped the bearings because they were buckled. And then we put it all back together, and then we were able to get the camera car then back out. It was and that was just one little hurdle just to get to Gunshot, but you can't, like, again, 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes. Well,
Yeah,
that's why we have this conversation.
Yeah.
This is the stuff we want to hear. I know some people haven't been saying it, but it's like, it's never easy, and there's all this stuff that happens. Yeah.
Even like that gearbox, like I thought, oh no, like the gearbox when it blew up in the Combi, that was like, oh. Like
I could see it in your face. Karstan was like, Max, like,
this is
not
good, eh?
really
This is
bad.
really bad.
It's major.
Where the hell are we going to get a gearbox in Lockhart River for a Combi that has all these custom pieces hanging off it? Like, I struggled just to get one on the East Coast, let alone up at the Cape. But you wouldn't believe it, within 24 hours I got one.
It was like it was meant to be.
We needed to show that journey of how we got the bloody gearbox. That in itself was insane.
Yeah.
But we couldn't show it. All I could say is...
You filmed all that stuff, though, and we're going to see it on the YouTube?
Well, I don't know. Like, because we were just so into filming this film, we didn't sort of have GoPros out filming any YouTube-y stuff.
We've noticed that a lot of people have done that too, yeah.
We just put everything on hold, and it was just all in.
And we only had Stu for a certain period, and Stu's wife, Crystal, which was an absolute legend, she was with us too, helping with the kids, and just like that support person there. But they went up as a couple with us, and we only had that short time frame. So we're like, let's just get in, let's get it done, let's film it.
How long did you have with Stu?
Well, ended up being longer because his car broke.
So because the car got towed, he was sleeping in the Combi as well. Like he had everything.
That's all great.
So we had we had the swags, and everyone just sort of had all the little everything.
The Combi was his little editing suite, but we probably had a couple of months with Stu in total. Do you reckon?
Mate, we had his screen and laptop all running off batteries in the Combi, and he's sitting there, sitting on an esky, using the Combi as a desk.
Hilarious.
Just editing on the track. So we're sitting there at Nolan's Brook, I think, at one point, and we're just like having beers. And he's just sitting there just editing away.
And as we were progressing, there were so many awesome people that would come up to us and be like, what the hell are you guys doing? And we like, come have a look. We want to know, like, what do you think?
So we did like the very first viewing in Weeper with
Yeah.
a few people who were camping around us, just to sort of get their idea.
What do you
know?
think?
Just to be part of the journey.
What they say?
Oh mate, they loved it.
Yeah.
They were, but you know, that was just on a laptop, not in the big screen.
It's an easy way to approach you. If you're traveling the Cape in a freaking Combi, it's an easy. Like, what are you doing?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got this, beat up Combi, and then you've got this big screen.
He brought his
There was
massive,
a big
like,
curved
screen.
screen. So this big curved screen
Big
sitting in
game
the other front of the
screen.
Combi. It looks so, people are just like, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
Sitting at Weeper Caravan Park for 2.5 weeks while he just sat there, both of us were just like this in our computers. He's editing, I'm finding,
Madness.
I'm
Absolute
finding all like the
madness.
sound. I didn't realise how much sort of goes into these films when it comes to sound.
Yes,
Yeah.
the layers.
Like it's
You
not
can
just,
see it in.
mate, like the,
Yeah.
did you know there's whole libraries of
I personally haven't looked at
I've
them.
never looked down
Yeah.
the whoosh library, mate. It is just insane. But just to nail all that sound and stuff, it was just everything you had to listen to over and over and over again.
We did learn a lot working with a cinematographer because obviously, like, we do everything ourselves usually. We've just got a GoPro in hand and a drone, and we film with the 2 kids, and like whatever goes. But to be with Stewie, and we kind of shared it all. We helped each other.
There was no acting.
Yeah,
at
it
all.
was just.
You didn't have to act.
No, you don't have to. You just be.
No.
Yeah,
When
you
Things
just be
are
yourself.
happening,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
there's shit going on, that you shouldn't have to act and create a storyline.
no.
It
That's it,
naturally
yeah.
unfolds.
Yeah.
And we left on this trip knowing that, like at one point, it was funny, he goes, so do you reckon like we could make it look like the Kombi had broken down at some point? I
said,
said,
"Mate,
mate,
it's
I
gonna
said,
happen."
mate,
Yeah.
we don't
It's gonna
need
happen
to make
10
that
times,
look
yeah.
like, it will break down in some way, shape or form. This thing will break down.
Yeah, the story is going to happen organically.
Yeah.
Like, we did not have to make anything up. It will, and then the biggest thing that could have broken broke.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So during the film, there was like my favorite moment was like when the Kombi sort of hit the deck, and you were like in the windscreen.
Laying in the windscreen.
I was like-
Mate.
I was like, what is going
So
on?
what
here?
I think a lot of people don't realise, and some might, but you know, when anyone else does Gunshot, they've got a bonnet, an engine, and a bull bar in front of them.
Yeah.
I had 2 mil of steel and a
Yeah.
bull bar I made, which is so it's not great.
No.
But it's like, so
welded on the road.
Yeah, that was literally the only thing. So going over, it was like nearly windscreen in the mud. If the water levels had gone up, we got told a couple of
Yeah.
days beforehand.
Because the water was, that's what I was like. What if you
Water
something
was up.
trapped in there or
Mate,
something?
We already thought about all
we
that.
thought all about all this. Well, I've got no computers in it, so it's like all electrics dry out.
No, it was his body, not the electrics.
But
we're
I
worried
was
about.
thinking, okay, if I go in and there's this much water, thank you, the water will come up past the steering wheel, and then
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you knew it.
I'm gonna have to get it into the back.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. It's
but-
pretty much what happened.
And then once I went down Gunshot, luckily the water wasn't that deep, but then I was able to stand on my dash. So I was standing upright in the car, standing on my dash. It was like weird.
Yeah, it looked a bit weird.
And all I could smell was petrol.
It was very dangerous though. It was the scariest I've ever seen Karstan, and it's one of those things like he's really worried.
Totally dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really worried, and like we had some real big conversations in the lead up, and there was even a point where I was like, babe, like if you're not comfortable, don't do it. Like it's a film, like we don't need to do this. And he was like,
Don't you say that.
and he was, because I was thinking of his
we didn't have
legs
to
and his
know,
body
yeah.
and all this stuff, and he said, I'm doing it.
Because something could have happened. Like,
Yeah.
it was
man,
dangerous
like,
as hell.
Very.
Yeah.
It all held up. Like the bull bar did its thing. But see, I had welded everything back through the chassis, so everything was strengthened. I was
yeah,
ready
you
for
knew,
it,
yeah,
but
you
I didn't
knew.
know how hard it was going to be. Like, the seatbelts in this thing are horrible.
They are.
Well, they're good, but I got ragdolled. I was so sore for like 2 days after that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was pretty fun.
I think as soon as I hit, my sunnies came off my head. I was like, boom. Yeah, it was brutal. And then all you can hear is like all the bottle tops in the background that have come from the back of the Combi. Go, ting, 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 ting.
Ones that have been lost for years.
Mate, hundreds of them in there. But yeah, no, it was legit probably the most scared I've ever been.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like,
really
it
in
just,
your life, yeah.
He was in his head. He wasn't talking. He was just.
I was just silent, and
How many people were watching it unfold?
we
Was
had
there
a good
crowd
little
there?
crew. Like,
Yeah.
so we were at Bramwell Station, and there were quite a, word got around what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, oh, we've got to go.
Did they all keep it off the socials, or was there some
Yeah,
slip-ups?
there is not
Oh,
been one thing
wasn't
on.
there on the Kate York Facebook? They were putting a few bits and pieces. They saw the Combi.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
there's been no footage or videos, and that's what I
No.
was worried about.
Yeah,
Of the
it
Kombi
dropping-
driving
yeah,
off, because
dropping
that would then
first.
take the punch
People actually
out.
asked
Yeah.
us, and we said it would be amazing if you could hold off until our film goes out,
Yeah.
but understand like it's your footage, so whatever you want to do with it. And I
Yeah.
think those people
Mad
have
respect
obviously,
because they haven't. Yeah.
No,
So
it's none
nice.
of it's been out, but everyone that there had their little job. We had to get the rope onto the front,
Yeah.
because once I'm going down, I had to make sure I had something like the winch rope to be able to winch
people
out.
helping us film. I was like, can you hold this phone?
People
We've
were
got that
holding
camera.
cameras
Like
and
we were
things.
just.
We had two guys at the back, so I tied a rope onto the bull bar just
Mm.
in case I start going over. Because my rear wheels came off the bank like 500 mil. So the car went like this.
Yeah.
And then came back
then come
down.
back.
But I watched the film, they had the thing in their rope. When I went off the end, it ripped out of their hands. And
Oh.
they wouldn't have even got it anyway.
Didn't. Thanks, guys.
So, but yeah, so everyone sort of had little jobs, and everyone was so willing to help. Because, like you saw, that mud hole before it, that was probably harder than Gunshot itself. That was insanity.
I thought we were definitely going to get
Patrols,
stuck there.
every car that was getting there was just getting stuck, and the Kombi made it further.
Just
than-
smash it through it,
Yeah, the Kombi made it further than a lot of these cars, and then all of them did all the chicken tracks, and they're like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing the big."
What about the water crossings? The Combi did the best that I've ever seen it
The Kombi just
the,
slays it,
in the
yeah.
history of us going through water, because often like it floods and
Well, it did.
It
I got,
did,
I
but
got
there was
water in
one.
the dizzy, so that's why it was backfiring when I was. It full conked out, like the first big water crossing, and the things just
What
stuck.
about that?
in
What
the
about the
river.
massive water crossing that we did, and it just kept going?
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So
You're like, hang on.
and that's
Yeah.
it's probably the hardest track we've done in the Kombi. So Kombis have carburetors.
Yeah.
Carburetors like staying level.
Yep.
As soon as you get onto an angle, the carburetors splash fuel down into the engine, so that it overflows essentially, and then it floods your engine. So I'm constantly having to drive this thing. Every time I go on an angle, my dual carburetors are putting heaps of fuel in, so then it starts hesitating. So you constantly have to like put your clutch in, rev it to blow the fuel and the
burn
flames
it.
out the back, just to sort of get through all these
Is that a
things.
standard thing or just in yours?
All carburetors do that. So even as soon as you start getting on angles, your float level. I've set my floats as low as I can and still get full power, but it's at a point, they overflow. So that was just another thing that I had to try and sort of keep on top of. And just before all these water crossings or a thing, I was sitting there just revving the absolute crap out of it, just trying to get it firing on all fours, because I was fouling plugs because of the amount of fuel overflowing, because of all the extreme angles and wheel lifts and stuff. But again, can't show any of that. There's not enough time.
But I don't think people realise like how much thought and prep goes into like all this stuff. Like Karstan's brain is working overdrive. You don't just like go, oh cool, we're just going to go do Cape York and we're going to drive these hectic tracks. We're going to go through water and we're going to go off Gunshot. Like the things that he has had to work through. It's not me. The things that he's had to work through to make sure that we could actually achieve that goal. Like your brain was working overdrive.
You got to think, we had to drive the Kombi to Cape York. That in itself was a bloody mission.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you guys based? Byron Bay.
The Kombi was in Newcastle when we. Oh well, yeah, it was in Newcastle when.
But
when
we're
left
now
on
in
there for
Byron.
this, 'cause I'd left it there. So yeah, we had to drive the Kombi that far.
How
so,
long did that take?
Forever.
Couple of days.
Never.
Yeah.
Like, but it's
for-
just.
yeah, a
But I
year.
think that's ultimately what kind of wore the gearbox out
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It was just, the thing hits like 120k an hour. It
Yeah.
fucking hammers. So I was able, it just. That, I reckon that put more strain on it than the telly track.
Yeah, it probably did.
It did.
Just getting
highway
yeah,
driving
yeah.
brutal.
But the Kombi's fixable, and that's what I really love about it is obviously we have an expedition truck as well, and we're still learning the ways with that. But with the Kombi, like something breaks, whether it's zip ties or whatever you're using, you've used chickpea cans before, like he just finds a way to
You can
fix
fix
it.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
you can fix a Kombi.
Chickpea cans.
Yeah, I used a chickpea can. I forget what I used it for, but it worked.
I can't remember.
But some fencing wire and everything. I think for
Just old school.
nearly 2 years,
What
the
models?
gearbox was held in with
What year model is
ratchet straps. 68 model.
it? Yeah, it's old. Yeah.
68, but
Duct
what a
tape.
lot of people don't see in there is that engine's it's worked, it's got big valve heads on it. It's a powerhouse, but I need that to turn I've got 32-inch mud tyres on it. which no one really runs those in a Kombi. I think standard's 25 inch. So I've gone from 25 inch to 32s. And then I've had to go a gearbox with the ZF LSD in it so that I can get full traction. And then because we're so high, I've done like a 4.5, 5 or 6 inch lift or something on it. I've had to do Porsche 930 CVs and axles to get the angle. So there's so many things in there. Lifted spindles in the front, custom shocks. Like it's to look at it, people just go, oh, it's a Kombi. I'm like, mate, this thing's a Frankenstein. Like there's like
it does look like Frankenstein a bit.
Totally.
there's like I've created everything, and the amount of things that it's done, like I think I've nailed the setup, and it works. It works so well. Like it'll go anywhere, eh? It'll freaking go anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's going.
It's
to Europe,
going. It's
apparently.
going. Yeah. The worst bit is fuel.
Yeah, it is.
We only get like 200 k's to a tank. Not ideal.
Yeah, that's not great at
Not
all. That's
ideal.
expensive.
That's
Yeah.
expensive.
That's a lot of fuel stops to
and
get
that's
up there.
premium unleaded too.
Yeah,
So
wow.
I've got to stop. I've got to really rethink.
Yeah, you're already a couple of grand
I'm
out of pocket to get it.
It's very
I'm
expensive.
gonna have to tow a fuel cell.
Yeah, behind it. So my next favourite part of the film was someone's dad, the old fella in it. When you
Everyone thinks that's my dad.
It's not his
oh,
dad.
who is it?
Just some random.
Oh, what? It's a random.
He's
mate.
random.
Everyone's like,
No, because
"Is
how
that
it sort of
your
goes
dad?"
to
He's
the,
iconic.
to the kids and that.
No, his dad is behind the scenes. His dad does like a yay
So-
at Gunshot, but old mate
He's a
Ocker,
random.
Mate,
Yeah.
old mate random. He was there.
he gave us the feels. He
'Cause
was
you're
like,
He
this
nailed
is
it.
what it was like. This is
Just-
what it's all about. Just send it. And it was just, as soon as he said it, just was like
Yeah.
verbal diarrhea. And we went, oh my
That's in
God,
the
that's in
film.
the
Yeah.
film. Like,
Because it felt.
Just
it felt,
launch the
Yeah,
bastard
I felt like
give
that
it
was
a go.
Give it a crack.
I thought that
was
was
like,
someone's
"No."
dad, and they were going to go, I don't know about
Nah,
this. But he's like, just
goosebumps, mate.
launch the bastard. And
Yeah,
you're like,
just launch
that's
the
the sort of dad
bastard.
you want, is what I was
Yes.
thinking. But that was just a random.
Just a random
that you
guy.
found there.
No, from Bramwell Station. He came along on a quad bike with Jamie, one of the
Incredible.
other boys.
Incredible.
Yeah, mate, just a dead
and his
set
energy,
legend.
like
Oh,
his
yeah,
zest for life was like, that is what our film should encapsulate.
Launch the
And that-
bastard.
Because when I've gone off Gunshot, when I've hit the front of the Kombi buckled a bit,
Yeah.
and it pops the Volkswagen badge off. So the Volkswagen badge popped off to the front, went into the mud somewhere, and we couldn't find it.
You've lost it.
We were there, like looking.
Well,
for
he found it.
He
Oh,
found
digging.
it. That's when he comes out with it, going, "Here it is." Because I was about to
Wow.
put it on YouTube. I was about to put it on Facebook, saying
You
anyone
need to
finds
invite him
it.
to the winners announcement party.
Yeah,
let's
mate,
get him
yeah. No, he's a legend. But
Yeah, he's iconic now.
yeah, mate.
yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon, yeah.
Because he gets people by surprise. He's just like, we just launched the bastard.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But
That's
those
not
are the
what's-
but don't you reckon those are the moments that, like in a film, you just
Oh.
like you can't predict that they're going to happen, but
No.
they're like the gold in the film.
Oh, it's pure gold.
Everyone
yeah.
was excited. Like it wasn't just our excitement of like that day. Everyone was just running on a high.
Yeah.
It was such a good crew, and we
Yeah.
only just met everyone that day, and everyone was just
So
there to help
sick.
and be part of it, and it was really nice.
It's cool that like
It's not my dad.
what you set out to do has created that, and then it all unfolded like it did.
Mm.
So they were my two favourite parts of the film. Glad I brought that up. To be honest, I
not my dad.
Thought it was someone's dad.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, my dad would be like, oh, he'll be laughing. Right
So what was your favourite moment of the film?
our daughter Zuri's voiceover and the way that she absolutely, like, we didn't force her to do anything. Like, it wasn't like, you know, say this, no, you do it's better. Like, we just said it, and she repeated and nailed it.
Yeah.
And she was just so.
That was like
she's
one
such
of
a
my other
clever
favourite
girl.
bits as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that, and the rebuilding of the gearbox. That's my favourite little real section of like the fact that we're overcome that, but then the girls are having fun with the local kids from Lockhart down on the beach, and that was all legit. Like everyone was just, it captured the moment. I think Stewie got this one part when it just started to hammer down with rain and wind, and I'm covered in grease, just looking into the distance, just getting hammered by rain, and the pain was real. I'm like, he captured that.
The emotion.
Yeah, he
Because
got
I
it.
was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
so
he got
like,
it. It was coming
I was
through the
so-
camera.
I was so defeated.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
coming
so
through the camera.
defeated, and he captured it, and getting that gearbox out onto my chest,
Yeah.
and rolling it out, like the pain of doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I hate having to do that. But
That's where I love that you got to all the build sort of stuff in there and fixing it. It was just it was so good.
again, you can't plan any of that. You can't, or you've just got to have a, couldn't plan any of it, eh?
That's our life.
It's a bloody life.
So have you been told about the Wildcard Film Comp that's coming up, start of next year?
I saw something, is that where people can just be, they can
You tell us how it
to be
works.
part of it?
So the Explore Dream is
Yep.
sponsoring it.
Yep.
Thanks to them, we're going to have an opportunity for someone,
Yep.
just a random, to
Yep.
submit a 10-minute film. And basically, everyone can submit a 10-minute film. It can be old footage, new footage, combination of both.
Yep.
It's all going to be put on the TFI platform. We're going to have like a round 1 of voting. There's going to be like a top 10 or 20 decided, and then there's going to be a round 2 of voting. Then the winner of that actually gets put into next year's TFI.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that.
So the guys on the road who are filming, or just anyone who wants to get noticed, I guess, we've got a wildcard opportunity for them.
Oh, that's incredible. And I think there's so many creative, amazing people out there, and they just need the platform to be
So
seen.
many of those people. There's
You
a lot of
know?
clever people out there.
Well, in the fishing, I think 6 people from last year's wildcard got an invite to the fishing this year.
Wow.
But that's how we find them. It just shows that they're really excited to be in this space, and
Yeah.
they're keen, and they want to give it a crack. And then we get to know them throughout the experience as well.
Well, I think the 4x4 adventure scene is so vast. So you're not going to have problem finding people
No.
at all.
And there's plenty of things to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of earth.
Yeah.
You know? That's a lot of...
A lot of vehicles.
Yeah, which
lot
we're
of
finding.
vehicles.
You can only fish for so many types of fish.
Yeah.
You can only throw so many lures in a day.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
literally can. But
Can't think of
we
anything
we
worse.
have no idea where this is going to end up. I've said it before. We'll just get crazy the next couple of years.
We're stoked to be part of the first ever 4x4.
Yeah, well,
you know?
we're stoked to have you here. There's nothing more meaningful to us than slinging you guys an invite. Next minute, you're all in. You've done all this, and then we get to watch it as well. We're like, oh my god, this means the world to us.
That's the highest good.
Yeah, it really does.
Thank you.
And then it's a cool experience. You guys have become good friends with Sarah now.
Totally.
As well, and
Legend.
just everyone. Yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're so stoked that it gave us the kick up the arse to do what we said we were going to do.
Yeah, sounds like
So-
it'll be the start of something else.
Not a
too.
shit talker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
See?
yeah,
See?
you've done
See?
it.
It's tick. Done.
done it.
Next.
Yeah,
Next. Yeah.
I'm already scared for the next.
Oh, far out.
There's a lot of ideas.
Lots of ideas. It's
I've
exciting.
still never driven across the Simpson. I'd like to do that maybe in a car that shouldn't drive across the Simpson.
So where are you right now? Are you at the new place in Byron?
We're camping on our land right now.
Yep.
Yes, in our land. It looks like a shanty. It's
Yeah.
full of mud and clay. It's absolute filth.
Mate, we've got a gazebo set up.
We look like squatters, but we're actually not squatters.
I've
if anyone's
watched the
driven
video.
past,
I know exactly what you're saying.
But
Mate.
you know what? We work very, very hard, and I think to be a creator and do what we do, you don't make much money.
No, you don't. It's all
Mate,
love driven.
next to
Yeah.
no money doing
No,
YouTube.
and I think a lot of people look at our life, and we try to be pretty raw and honest with what we do, and they're like, oh, they're very lucky. Well, no, we're not lucky. We've worked very, very hard.
we're not living in we're not renting a house whilst we're building. Like Max, we're just you're camping.
Yeah.
Like when Max was
Which costs
pregnant during our
nothing.
last reno, Max was
Sharing outside
sleeping
with
in
a
swags
hose.
in the reno, and Max asleep. Showering outside under a hose.
I think when it comes to life, so many people are waiting for opportunities to come to them, for money to come to them, and we're like,
create 'em.
You've got to create.
Gotta
Yeah, you
create.
know this, yeah.
You got to work hard, and things don't come easy. But that's the reward. When you work hard and you flog yourself and you do all those things, it's like this film. The journey, it was friggin' challenging parts of this, and we're so happy we did it, because sitting in that front row and watching the film, it's everything led to that moment, and then we get to sit back and go, we did this.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
cool. So for the guys sitting at home who haven't watched the films yet, what would you say to them?
Buckle up, mate.
Just
Buckle up.
But it's the best $5 you're ever going to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, they're great films. All of them were good in their own way.
10 films, and everyone's put everything into it. You got to think the time and energy, and we've all got our own story, and it's supporting each and every one of us. So
Yeah, supporting everyone.
it is. So
But it's also supporting the creators coming up,
Totally.
in years to come too.
totally.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
I can only imagine people that are about to be part of TFI or wanting to be on TFI are probably watching this just to get the ideas. It's just, you want to you want to do the best you can. And if you don't, well, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, what, if you're not going to go all in and do your best, what's the freaking point?
I love it.
True.
That's what I don't look.
I love it.
Just this is an opportunity to win a
One shot, guys.
shitload of money.
One shot,
One
one
bloody
shot.
at life. You
Go
got one
all in.
shot. Like, just go hard. Just launch the bastard.
Oh, what a good way to finish it up, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
jumping on the episode. Like I said, thank you so much for putting your heart and soul into the film. If you haven't watched the bloody films, go and watch the films. Sling these guys a vote. Support all the other guys and all the other upcoming creators. Keep an eye out for the wild card, and
Yeah.
we might have a couple more drinks tonight, or you're in trouble for last night.
You know what? Those 2 beers just got
I
me all
actually
good.
haven't had my
am
second beer.
A-okay.
I think it's my turn.
You're
for that second
sharing
beer.
the last one.
I don't know about
I'm ready to go have a few more.
Anyways,
now.
watch this space, guys.
Watch this space.
Oh, watch it.
Oh, sorry.
Watch this foam.
We'll see you on September 13th for the winners announcement party. And
Yeah.
we'll find out who wins $100,000 for the fishing.
Hopefully
and
we're like
$100,000.
shaking a bottle of champagne, you know?
A big
I didn't want to
bottle-
do
a
that
big
movement then.
bottle.
That was really good.
I might get a couple of surprise big bottles of champagne for the winners.
Wow. We should cut this now.
That's a wrap.